Theories on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube sent over by you guys are just gonna make us question everything. If you want your video featured on here along with the shout out, please add the Discord. The link is in the description down below. First shout out of the day goes to Zahir. I really pray I pronounced your name right. Shout out to you.
I can't believe this happened. I mean, look at this, guys. We have undeniable proof. The Mexican government is coming clean and giving us everything. They're even talking about the ships that we have, the backwards engineering.
Thank you, DeAndre, for the video.
My friends, this is a pumpkin swirl frozen coffee. Who the thought it was a good idea to put this on the menu? Because this drink has 185 grams of sugar in.
What? I'm laughing because I'm thinking he talking about the flavor. 185 grams is wild.
Here. How much is it? It's this much. It's 46 teaspoons of sugar. To give you another perspective, the amount of sugar in there is equal to 14 glazed donuts. Plus,
that's just one drink.
There's no pumpkin in here. It's artificial flavors. There's 12 mentions of sugar and high fructose corn syrup in here. There's 930 calories and 194 carbs. 2/3 of us are already type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic. If America runs on this, we're
Who drinking that? Because if y'all need a shake me up drink, I need to wake up. That's gonna kill you. It's gonna do more than just wake you up. If y'all wanna wake up, eat an apple. It's alternatives instead of y'all drinking stuff like that. What?
Look at this. She heard me. She said something. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? Okay, no, you are not real. No, ma'am, you are not real.
She said...
You are not real, ma'am. You are the Matrix. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong.
Is she vibing to
But
the
see
beat?
it for
Like
what it is. Y'all see this? Share, 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 share. Cause see, now she's finna call security on me. She's finna call to try to get security, get security, get me up out of here because
what
I
is
see
she
this
doing?
What it is. You will learn to listen to your sister. You will learn to listen to me.
What does home mean to me?
Listen and what?
It's my sanctuary.
I'm telling you the
It's the
truth.
one place I can let my guard down. It's where I can just kick back and be totally comfortable in my own skin. You know what I'm saying? Rocket Mortgage understands that home is where I can be myself. And that feels pretty darn good.
Right in y'all faces. It's a joke.
Home is where you feel the most comfortable.
He looked
Rocket
bad.
Mortgage helps you feel comfortable financing that home with a personalized and convenient experience centered around you. Rocket Mortgage.
What was about?
Push button. Get mortgage.
That ad had to do with the mortgage?
Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it.
Okay, alright.
Yo, that's not real. That's a Skinwalker. That's a Skinwalker. I'm putting my drink down. That's a Skinwalker. He was looking at me.
Make it clear so I can see.
Oh, that's a Skinwalker.
Oh, it's so cute.
Let me see. I'll know if she's my dog. Merlin, sit. Turn around. Turn around. Lay down. You're not my dog. My dog don't know how to do no trick. The Call 911.
Funny as heck. Oh my god. That man said call 911. 911. My dog don't know how to do no trick. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me just recuperate before I play the next video. Thank you, Detroit, for the video.
This is the Tibetan library found hidden behind a wall in a monastery. It contains 84,000 scrolls, which are said to record 10,000 years of human history.
Wow.
It was discovered in 2003 and apparently only 5% of them have been translated. Why should we trust our tiny history books when there is libraries like this and the one hidden from the public in the Vatican containing 50 miles of scrolls? I guarantee the stories in these scrolls and the scrolls in the Vatican vaults don't match the narrative we've been given. Even if you read the scriptures removed from the Bible like the Book of Enoch and the Gospel of Thomas, they open your eyes to more than the Bible does, and that's why they were removed. You gotta ask yourself, do you really trust the multiple authors, editors, and translators who created the book you read from? Do you even know who they were? Why they were instructed to write it, and who by? You really have to start questioning the origins and etymology of everything you've been taught. Only then will you start seeing the bigger picture.
Afghan's girl gruesome murder sparks investigation into possible organ harvesting ring. African children trafficked to UK for blood rituals. Organ. Little girl sold for. Wow. There's harvesting stuff. Thank you, Tarion, for the video.
Jack Harlow just released his Super Bowl commercial, and it's one of the most sickening things I have ever seen.
It's just not right.
Nah, I need to try something new.
In the studio, trying to make music, nothing was flowing, so he wanted to try something new, so he goes to the triangle to liven up his music.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
Look how bored the crowd looks. Now the triangle pops up, and the crowd goes crazy. Triangle disappears. Crowd starts crying. This symbolizes that the Illuminati and selling your soul will give you fame and success.
You will quit rap, but
Dang, she look different.
I gotta do me, Missy.
No, it's ding, 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 not ding, 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 ding.
Jack Harlow did it again.
Ting, ting, ting.
America has a case of triangle fever.
I've never seen
Triangle
this.
has replaced the British pound.
Triangle by Harlow.
And Triangle Player of the Year goes to...
Thank you, Icy, for the video.
Popeye's chicken sandwich. Come to find out, they have over 40 ingredients in the Popeye's chicken sandwich. 32 of them were man-made chemicals.
Come on.
And I said, well, let's see what Chick-fil-A has. Over 50 chemicals in the chicken sandwich. Over 40 of them were man-made chemicals.
They got more than Popeyes?
I said, so hell, this is a dope sandwich. So they really are flipping birds over there. I mean, because there's no way in the world to justify. So whenever I seen that, I said it in a message, and someone took the clip of it and then went on the website of Chick-fil-A, had it broke down where they were clicking on it, showing all of the ingredients and these chemicals that were in it. Do you know the next day Chick-fil-A took that down off their website?
Oh.
So now you can't find the ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich or the Popeyes chicken sandwich because they don't want you to know that they're drugging you.
It's not interesting.
They're doping you. That they have you wanting the food not for nutritional value, but because you become addicted by the MSG and the other chemicals that they've inserted in that also.
I honestly think it's so sad what they're doing to the food industry because the food is so good. I just know after a while, like, you kind of be like, this stuff ain't good for me. But that doesn't mean that the taste is not good. There's still stuff that I crave, but that MSG stuff is dangerous because they put that in their food. Let's give out Wendy's, for example, the 4 for 4, the 4 for 4. You get a burger, nuggets, fries, shake/drink, eat that, and guess what? You'll be hungry and wanting more an hour later because the MSG is to trick you. It tricks your body into wanting more food. It's just never ending. I'm telling you, the flesh is never satisfied. And MSG is a prime example of that. They'll put that in your food and you'll be hungry and wanting more, or looking in the refrigerator to go eat some more food after you just ate this big meal that should have lasted you all day, but only lasted you an hour. I wonder if it was this bad 20, 30 years ago, or did it just get worse, or did we just become more aware to what they're doing?
Guys, the weirdest thing just happened to me in the backyard, and I'm so glad I got this on camera. So this cloud caught my attention because it was literally the only cloud in the sky that day. There was 0 clouds. And a few minutes later, the cloud was gone. And a few minutes later after that, the cloud was back. I thought I was going crazy. So I got out my phone, put it on time lapse. Check this out. Have you ever seen a cloud act like this before? All right, so now look, I know that clouds can technically dissipate and kind of reform.
Yeah, not like that.
But I've never seen one do it quite like this. And especially a little itty bitty cloud on a hot summer day, all by itself, the only cloud in the entire sky, and this cloud barely moved. It pretty much stayed in the same spot and just kept disappearing and reappearing over and over again.
Time lapse this? He did.
What does this mean?
No, he did. Well,
you guys are from NASA. That's right, you're from NASA.
I don't know.
Am I just being ignorant to some weird weather phenomenon I've never heard of before?
No.
Or is there something really strange about the way that cloud's acting?
They just make fake clouds. That's all. It's just fake clouds, but that would have freaked me out. Thank you, Rick, for the video.
Minnesota Art Museum holds family-friendly demon summoning. Guys, I saw this article and I was looking at.
This got me. Yo, hey, Wab, hey, that's yo. That's what I'm talking about. That man, look. Yo, that's Hebrew, y'all. I see you. I see you.
Looking up the place, and I was fully convinced that this was satire. Unfortunately, it is not. So let's take a look at the details of this event. The first thing you need to know is that it was held at what's called the Walker Art Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So if you went on their website and found the event, you would see that it would look kind of like this at first. Free First Saturday, plant teachers. I mean, that sounds pretty harmless, don't you think? I mean, looks like some kids are gonna play with some plants or try to figure out some gardening, something like that, right? And even if you look at the first paragraph of this event, you'll see resilience, ingenuity, interconnectedness. What might we learn by paying closer attention to plants? Invite the aspiring green thumbs in your life and join us for the Free First Saturday in the Minneapolis Sculpture Garden as we celebrate our plant teachers.
Okay.
This seems extremely harmless. I mean, it sounds like something I might even bring my kids to. And it goes downhill from there. At August Free First Saturday, Brooklyn-based artist Tamar Etan, they, will present Lilith, the empathetic demon. The performance is inspired by Lilith, an aerial spirit demon with origins in Sumerian, Akkadian, and Judaic mythology. Families are invited to create a vessel to trap the demon that knows them best, perhaps the demon of overthinking, and then participate in a playful ceremony to summon and befriend their demon. This project was organized in collaboration with Dreamsong, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is ridiculous. They're literally saying that you bring your kid and we're gonna teach them how to trap a demon. And that way they can kind of play with their demon and befriend their demon. And this is just all in fun, right?
Children.
I mean, guys, right in plain sight. Here's the itinerary here. The first, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. you can do your plant thing, or from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Surprisingly, this isn't on the cover for some reason.
Right.
You can do the art-making activity of how to trap a demon. Demons have a bad reputation, but maybe we're just not very good at getting to know them. Oh yeah, I think that's probably it. Do you know how a demon that creeps into your thoughts? Maybe the demon of overthinking or the demon of not trusting your gut. Work with visiting artist Tamar Etan to design a vessel for holding the demon you know best. Back to this crap, right?
A demon.
After designing your trap, Lilith, the empathetic demon, will come from the dark side of the moon to lead you in locating your feelings using ancient Babylonian techniques.
Wow.
I've been telling you guys for so long that this all comes from Babylon. There's nothing new under the sun, and they are just out in the open about this. This collective and playful demon summoning session will conclude with a somatic movement meditation designed to help you befriend your shadows. They are literally talking about trapping a demon, Lilith, which goes back to Babylon. They're 100% right, and they're just clearly stating it to you guys. And they want to get your kids involved in that, to make it seem like it's just innocent. And that way these demons that come from, you can find out their origins in the book of First Enoch, that come from the unclean spirits of the giants that died. These demons oppress people, and this is 100% going to welcome them in, whatever they had them do. I couldn't get more information on what they actually were doing there, but this stuff is real. I've showed you so many times how they're coming after our children, and it's just getting so blatant. It's crazy. Be sober-minded, my brothers and sisters, please.
Please.
Watch out, because your adversary, the devil, seeks to devour you and your children, and this is the kind of crap that he does. So be on the watch. Be sober-minded. Love you all. See you in the next one.
If y'all thought I wasn't going to talk about that video, y'all sound crazy. One was him having Yod, Hey, Wav, Hey. Those are Hebrew letters of what Yahuwah's name is. So if y'all didn't know. So shout out to him, because I mean, he know. Two, I'm just confused because, like, let me go to the point. It says free first Saturday plant teachers. When I hear something about this and I see children, I'm thinking, okay, we're going to learn about planting. So my mindset wouldn't have went to this demonic thing that he was referring to. The icing on the cake is that you guys have a person that's going to be teaching about demons, how to create a vessel to trap the demon, and then you guys are doing it by ancient Babylonian ways. I would love to know how many people and their children went to that. I want to know if that event was successful. I really have to know. And this was located where? In Minnesota. Minnesota Art Museum holds family-friendly demon summoning. What? Guests were encouraged to create vessels for their own personal demons.
Well, for one, homie, throughout the 80s, we was taught to love him.
Yeah.
Come on, man, when you Google Donald Trump and hip-hop, I think he's in over 300 rap songs, homie, from Jay-Z to Nas, Tupac to Jeezy, T.I., man, Rick Ross, man, everybody been rapping about him, homie. We grew up idolizing and admiring him, even when he had The Apprentice.
Yeah.
I mean, he had Lil Jon, he been partying with Russell Simmons and them, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, so this man got a long legacy. It was propaganda, what they gave us. If you look at what he was trying to do for us, homie, he was really trying to do some massive historic for black people before he left office, but we wouldn't give him a chance.
He messed up.
Not smart at all.
Can I throw a conspiracy out there?
Do it.
I don't know if this is the podcast for that.
What if, I always think, if they're talking about it on the news and it's on social media constantly, they're doing something with it. So let's talk about aliens. They're like, they're here, we're not alone. And then you have them talking about AI. It's like, could they not make an alien? But it's like they're using AI technology within these beings.
It would have to be something like life outside of humanity that would
shake everything up.
It would shake so many people up.
And that's what Stephen Greer, he's so eager to expose it all. Because he said they're going to stage a fake alien invasion.
He said that?
He said it's going to be the most convincing thing ever. This underground, terrible government, they're going to have control.
You've seen all the stuff about meat in grocery stores not being real meat. Dude, I haven't even thought about the fact that if you combine AI with the ability to grow your own muscle.
That's what I'm saying.
You've seen the 3D printing meat, right?
Yeah, like you
So
combine
nasty.
artificial intelligence with the fact that we are able to create
meat?
biological matter.
Oh no.
I don't know if this will get to you. I hope so. I can't go back in time and fix all the mistakes I made. But maybe I could leave something for the future. A legacy.
The world is on fire. I decided to do something about it. Hopes, dreams, ambitions. The mission was to protect their world and ours. It's what we wanted Monarch to be. Instead of chasing monsters. If you come with me, you'll know everything, I promise.
is this, Godzilla? Oh, well, they definitely said Monarch earlier. I'm tripping. Y'all seen that?
Mars was the original planet that humans were from.
Okay.
And then something happened that we all had to fly to another planet and live on. So there used to be like civilization that lived on Mars.
But now it's all dried up, right?
Now it's all dried up. Now back this. On Mars, there's an element on the periodic table called xenon. Now, xenon on Earth is only found, this is crazy, is only found after a nuclear explosion.
No.
Oh shit, that's not even the sicko mode button.
I said no. What the hell?
Yeah, so theory, and it goes hand in hand now. What if on Mars there was a nuclear warfare, destroyed the whole planet, but people were able to escape just in time, landed on Earth, and they had to restart from nothing.
So we are the aliens.
We're the aliens.
What the hell? No, that's kind of weird. But that makes sense also.
Because that's how Loki the Earth would end up looking like.
Yeah.
He did have
if something happened like that. Yeah.
No, but this is like real proof. Like this is search it up.
Yeah.
It's real.
Well, it's official. YouTube has just now banned anything related to health that doesn't align with the general medical consensus. So if any information related to health doesn't agree with the World Health Organization, they won't necessarily always take down the video, but they're going to change the algorithms. So they're going to replace those videos that were popular, that had lots of likes and lots of engagement, with medical information. This new partnership with YouTube is supposed to protect you against misinformation and promote high quality health information. And their definition of misinformation is anything that opposes their viewpoint.
I
mean, if you go to drberg.com, you will see that I have 7,607 success stories. I'm helping people. I'm giving people lots of non-toxic solutions. And if you just read the comments, you'll see that a lot of people are being helped. So my information is not dangerous. It's not misinformation. It's actually quite helpful. And this new change is going to hurt a lot of people because they're not going to be able to find alternative viewpoints, alternative opinions. Sometimes medicine doesn't work. They're looking for inexpensive natural remedies to handle certain body issues. But guess what? Now they're going to have a very difficult time finding those solutions because all these medical sites are going to replace alternative health. I mean, I used to rank for so many conditions. Now you can't even find me unless you type Dr. Berg / whatever. And even on the keto diet, I have 928 keto videos. That's right, 928 videos. Guess what? When you type keto diet, you can't.
He doesn't even pop up. I know I used to get a lot of comments like, "Why do you bleep out certain words? Why do you cut this off? Wow, you can't even say this on YouTube no more." Because y'all don't know the stuff that be happening in the articles that they put out for YouTube. I'm glad that he brought this out because it's true. He said it, so it's no point for me to kind of reiterate. But that is deep how they say that they're going to take your videos off and make it to where you're not a part of the algorithm, and they're going to push stuff according to their viewpoint on what they feel. But you already know where I'm about to go with this. We already know with the medicines and stuff and the doctors and being on prescriptions, because a cured patient is a lost customer. A lost customer is a cured patient. So he's putting out information that can hit the root, and they are pushing out information that can only cover the root. Do you see the difference? I said all that to say, when certain words or I don't react to certain videos or certain stuff is cut out, just know at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing. And it's because of stuff like that. But Dr. Berg, gotta look him up and see why his stuff was shifted out the algorithm, because he probably was hitting some stuff that the doctors would not ever say to a customer. Because again, a cured patient is a lost customer. Thank you, Tiara, for the video.
I was killed for finding a cure for cancer and AIDS.
Who, Dr. Sebi?
I'm Dr. Sebi. At 14 years old, I started to interest myself in natural herbs and fruits. Quickly, I discovered that they were used in the medical field in a lot of medicines. So I decided to study them. I wrote everything I found in books and started sharing my messages with the world. In 2000, at 65 years old, after years of testing on animals and humans, I found a cure for cancer. When I revealed this information to the world, everyone was shocked. My remedy was able to cure thousands of people. I then found a cure for AIDS and baldness. But as I cured more and more people, my mom told me that if I kept going, the big health companies were going to get me. In 2016, I was arrested in Honduras for no reason. And only a few days later, the Honduran authorities reported that I had died from pneumonia, which was a disease I found a cure for. I was too big of a problem and was too much of a threat for health companies. Subscribe and send to a friend for part 2. We'll soon all have a neurochip in our brain. Yes, it will be mandatory.
No, we
Recently,
won't.
Elon Musk came out with a shocking tweet, revealing that Neuralink was actively working with the United States government to make it mandatory for everyone to have a chip in their brain. He also claimed it would be a way to detect diseases earlier, cure blindness, or even help people walk again. It would also allow us to communicate or access the internet directly from our brain. But in reality, the truth is way darker. The only goal behind this project is to have complete control over us.
That's it.
Gaining access to our thoughts, emotions, and much more. Yes, we will all have access to unlimited entertainment, connect consistently with the world, and relive our best memories, just like in Black Mirror. But just imagine the power that people like Elon Musk or even the government will have over us. They will be able to manipulate us with a single click. And let's not even talk about the risk of being hacked. Imagine someone hacking your brain.
Man.
What do you think about this scary situation?
Everything is control. It's the fact that this is AI. This is not a boy. This is AI speaking. I mean, I know it's like a robot talk, but this is AI. This looks like an actual boy talking. If they have access to control us through the technology that we're given, you don't think this chip gonna do even more? If they can hack the technology that we already have in the home, you don't think that they can do even more if we were to have that chip inserted into us? Then what I learned is there's a quote. Before I get to the quote, I'll say this. I know Elon Musk is working on this and he's gonna put it out. Like, is he gonna get it inside of him? I really wanna know this. Did he say I volunteer as tribute on his Hunger Games stuff to get this chip inserted into him first, or is he not gonna do it? Because now I'm about to hit y'all with the quote. I put it up on the big screen so y'all didn't think I was capping. Do y'all see this? A drug dealer never consumes. Do you see this? He will make a product, put the product out, or she, I don't want to be biased, he or she will make a product, put a product out, and won't even use their product. A drug dealer never consumes. I don't see a lot of drug dealers using their own drugs. No, they're selling it. Got a question. A drug dealer never consumes. Keep that in mind. With Elon Musk and what he's trying to do with this chip. Thank you, Locks, for the video.
You watch your TV, but with this hack, your TV can watch you. Show us how that works.
So one of the things that we were able to do with the Smart TV platform was actually abuse the browser to the extent that we could actually gain access to the camera that's built into the TV.
Right.
And so what we can prove here is that with a little bit of extra code,
wow,
we can turn the camera on in your browser.
Wow.
And while this is evident to you right here because we've designed it that way, this is something that we can do invisibly and actually have the camera running behind the web page that you're looking at.
So what this means is I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching.
Yep, I could be sitting on a laptop in a cafe in Paris, and as long as I have a network connection, I'd be able to get into your TV and access the camera.
Peep the detail of what he said. Peep the detail.
In the world looking at this image of me watching.
Yep, I could be sitting
on a laptop. I don't think that's what he said. I think the captions has it messed up. But I could be sitting with the laptop in a cafe in Paris. How many movies have y'all seen like that where they was stalking somebody and they was at like a cafe place?
On a laptop in a cafe in Paris, and as long as I have a network connection, I'd be able to get into your TV and access the camera.
The kind of scary things about it is that it doesn't actually give any indication that the camera's on, and there's no little LED that shows up when the camera's on.
It doesn't have to be.
So it could actually be watching you and you never even know.
What is a smart TV, and why is it a playground essentially for hackers?
Right. It's a computer. So instead of just being, a tube and some other electronics, Now it has a web browser, and it has, a lot of devices were running Linux.
But the real danger is when people start using smart TVs for things like online banking, we can take a popular bank address and translate that into a different IP address to a site that directs to a site that we control. So it may look like your bank's login, but you're actually entering a username and password that goes to us instead of your bank.
In a statement to CNN Money, Samsung says it takes consumer privacy very seriously. The camera can be turned into the bezel of the TV so that the lens is covered or disabled by pushing the camera inside the bezel. The TV owner can also unplug the TV from the home network when the smart TV features are not in use. As an added precaution, we also recommend that customers use encrypted wireless access points when using connected devices.
I told y'all when they started adding smart to stuff, when in reality it should have been called dumb, but y'all get the joke. When they started adding the smart to stuff, that's when things start going left. So the best advice I can give you guys is to cover up your webcam. So, for example, my webcam, I have a thing where when I'm done, I have a cover. And then I'll show you guys on my laptop what I got. As y'all can see right here, I have a webcam cover. I forgot what movie put me on. It was I don't want to say it was an old movie, but it was a movie that put me on to the fact that they can hack and kind of get into your webcam and see you and all this and that. So when I found out about that, I started using sticky notes to cover my stuff. Like, you don't need to pay hundreds of dollars just to cover up your webcam. You could use sticky notes until you can get stuff like that. But they even sell stuff like that at like Dollar Tree and Five Below, if you guys know what that is. But cover your webcams, because I promise you, if it's smart, they can get into it. Thank you, Central, for the video.
The buildings in which we just saw and how heavy they were, right? Tons and tons of stones. Well, here's a stone that probably weighs about 20 tons and can barely move from a truck. Right? You're trying to move that, the truck's moving, everything's falling, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. And especially, let's say these buildings were built in the 1800s or 1700s when there were only about 1,000 people and none of this technology existed. Well, that's another good question. How on earth did all of those things get built, right? Or moved, or something like this, right? Or something like this. I think it goes to show that when we look into the past, things were very, very advanced, but we were told that we were supposedly, like I said, running around on horses and wagons and on... So we're going to go back to 1893 Chicago, and this is not the Chicago in which I know, right? The Chicago I know does not have statues like this and look anything like this, but this is what Chicago looked like before it was reset, right? The fires that we heard about in Chicago and all those things, they were removing all of this. Look at this detail. This is a completely different city in which we know of today. Because look at this. Look at the architecture. Look at the design. Think of how hard it would be to create all of this.
And how long.
Right? We can barely make a little bean and wrap it in mirrored paper, let alone statues like this made out of copper. Right? Look at this archway. Look at the detail here. This is in Chicago. This is old world history which is not taught about. Right? They keep us in the dark. They don't teach us about our true potential and how there used to be a unified, advanced society which built like this all over the world.
I was gonna play more, but I will end it there because I liked how that video ended. Y'all went in, y'all been going in. I am trying to catch up on videos, y'all. I have been so behind, and I know you're like, skip. But I don't want to skip people that sent in videos because, again, it's still videos that's resonating with today. It's still information. I'm like, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that this existed. I didn't even know this was even a thing. So it's helping me. And I know eventually it don't matter because, look, we'll just keep dropping videos back to back to back to back to back. So it's a win-win situation here. But again, if you want your video featured along with a shout out, please add the Discord. The link is in the description down below. Once you add it, I have a thread I have a category called YouTube, and in the category or within the category is a conspiracy theories tab. So click that and add all of your theories. That's how I see it, and that is how I react to it. All esteem, all glory, and all honor goes to my Lord Yahuwah, my Adonai, Yahushua HaMashiach, for blessing me with everything as a whole. I'm just a vessel that they work in and through, so I gotta give credit and honor where it is due. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth.